Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to you brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. This is Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 26. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are afar off. Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi.
I have been telling y'all that we are on a shortage of food. This is the third Walmart I have went to that didn't have no food. Y'all getting all these food stamps. You better go out and get your kids some canned product. Shit about to get real here. I have been telling y'all it's no fish, it's no seafood. Let me show you. It's no meat. It's no meat. It's no frozen food. It's no box food, canned pieces. It's no nothing. So I'm just saying.
As you see, the words of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi are coming to pass. They're not being prolonged anymore. We are in that time. Okay? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Every word that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to come to pass. Matter of fact, real quick, let's get a quick precept. He's going to make good, okay? And we're in that time that the word of the Lord is being made manifest. This is the book of Lamentation, chapter 3 and verse 37. It says, Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass, when the Lord commanded it not? So the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi commanded this thing, right? This famine that is set to take hold on the shores of America, right? And these certain food shortages are popping up around the country, all right? These certain Walmarts are running out of food, man. And it's going to be all of a sudden, matter of fact. What does it say in Ezekiel, back in Ezekiel 5? Or back in the book of Ezekiel? Ezekiel chapter 5 and verse 16. Matter of fact, yeah, let's start at 16. It says, When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. And you know anything about an arrow, it's a silent weapon, okay? You don't see or know you're hit by, or know you're hit by an arrow until it hits you, okay? You're not hearing it. It's quiet, a quiet weapon, okay? It says, When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, which I will send to destroy you, and will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Yeah, the Lord is going to break your staff of bread. All right? Why? Because you don't want to turn and hearken, all right, and come back to your power. Okay? So I will send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee. Yeah, the lady just talking about if you got food stamps, you better go get your child some damn canned goods, man. You see? And I will bereave thee, okay? And pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord Yahawah Bahasham have spoken it. You see? So the words of the Lord are coming to pass. They're showing forth. They're manifesting. That is happening in a time. But guess what? It's going to happen again. Why? Because the Lord said it. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra 15. Okay? It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Yeah, the unbelief. Oh, I've heard this before. Oh, man, you said this last year. You said this year before then. Well, guess what? The words of the Lord are not being prolonged anymore. All right? It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Yeah, you unbelievers. Okay? Behold, this means to look, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You see, the Lord says he's going to bring these things upon the world.
Cindy Holman, a senior economist in the Agricultural Development Economics Division at the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, of the United Nations based in Rome, is joining us with more on this development. Cindy, this report paints a rather worrying picture of food insecurity across the world. What were the major causes of this, and how can they be addressed?
Yeah, I think maybe the first thing to point out is that these numbers that we're seeing, basically a single year increase of 161 million people that are hungry, as our first assessment since the COVID impact. And this is the biggest increase worldwide that we've seen in world hunger in decades. So it is, part of the cause is due to the COVID pandemic. We see that the main driver has been the economic downturn. So because of the containment measures of COVID, many countries around the world have gone into economic contraction and downturns. This has meant that people have lost their incomes, they've had lower wages, small businesses have been closed, informal sectors affected. So all of this translates into problems for people to access food because they don't have enough income. At the same time, we see, the growing demands for social protection to capture and to support those people. So if we look at these increases, COVID is a big player in terms of the containment and this sharp increase, but it's not the only one. And specifically focusing on Africa, it's the combination of the pandemic and the containment measures and the resulting economic downturns, but also the other drivers, which is climate, so the climate extremes and the climate-related disasters, conflicts, combined with inequality. So people's inequality related to assets and access to services.
Well, the report does also estimate that around a tenth of the global population, up to about 811 million people, were undernourished last year. Now, what was the cause and how has Africa particularly been affected by this?
Yeah, well, as I mentioned, even before the COVID pandemic, we saw hunger rising, and there are three drivers that are behind that: conflict, climate change extremes, and economic downturns. The pandemic just added an additional challenge and boost. Africa is unique in that it's the only region in the world that is hit by all three of those. So the increases in hunger in Africa, which have been the sharpest last year, is the only region that is hit by all three of those drivers. And many countries are facing many at the same time. And that has led to these high increases in Africa.
All right, Cindy Holman.
Again, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Why is the Lord doing this? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. See? The evil that has been propagated around the world is now fulfilled. Okay? Let's go to the book of Isaiah. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the Lord remove everything, all right, from you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? These perilous times are here. This is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, and the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water. It's a drought going on if you ain't know. All right? But the Lord of hosts is making his words known. They'll be made manifest. And it behooves you to seek the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi while it may be found. Why? Because he said his servants will eat. Matter of fact, let's go get that. Okay? Staying in the book of Isaiah. All right? You gotta know these promises. 65 and let's see. Let's start at 12. This is Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 12. Therefore I will number you to the sword. Matter of fact, should we start up? No, that'll be sufficient. We can get the point. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. Yeah, 2/3 did not understand what was to their peace. Basically, they didn't understand that the Lord has prepared sore destruction for the world for their iniquity. All right? He has prepared sore destruction for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites according to the Bible. Right? It says, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Yeah, you chose your oppressor. You chose to serve Esau. Okay? It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, look, my servants shall eat. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the servants of the Lord eating, man. All right? It says, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. See that? Behold, which means to look again. The Lord is telling you, you're going to see these things happening. It'll be right before your eyes. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and ye shall have for vexation of spirit. See that? Amen. The Lord's making things manifest. And you need to be seeking the Lord in truth and sincerity. Okay? We'll close it out here. Matthew, more of Yahawah giving us the game plan. Right? Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And we often go into that word world. It's aeon or eon, which means age, period, period of time, rulership for who? Esau. His eon, his age, his period of time to rule is almost up. Okay? Now let's jump down. All right? verse 7, it says, for a nation shall, matter of fact, let's just get it all right? Verse 4, and Yahawah answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying that I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. Oh, you got China telling Japan, if you try and annex Taiwan, we going to war with you. We gonna drop bombs on your ass. Okay? It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine, see, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, you see? It's just the beginning. All right? Confirming the souls of the disciples that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High. See? Let's jump down. Okay? It says, verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. See? And then shall the end come. So this word has been published throughout all nations, and that's why you see the rash of activity. The Lord is springing into action, making his words known and manifest. All right? And you see down here at the bottom, perilous times. That's what we are in, perilous times. That's going to be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Lord willing, coming at you with another lesson. Till the next time I say, Shalom.